Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam. Turn it up. It's the Pancake and Powerslam Show. Turn it up.
What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Redderstone. I'm here for yet another episode of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. I'm here, ready to rock and roll. SK Nation is coming up on the PNP Nation. SK, I was supposed to be on the show last, but the last show, but some media stuff happened. But I'm here on my baby, Pancakes and Powerslams Show. What's up, everybody? 634 episodes of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. Fun. 634 episodes of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, as the room is loading in, having fun, about to have some fun as always, having a great time, about to have a great time. Fun questions, ready to rock and roll. I see once. Yeah. There's a SK question on here that I'll get to. Hey, it's Pancakes and Powerslams, y'all. I'm honest. We'll let you know what's going on. All right, so we are going to discuss Becky Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Lynch. You know, people in the pro wrestling world, they tend to go a bit bizarre on the hypotheticals and all that jazz, and start saying some things that's a little off, a little unnecessary, a little just bizarre outreach. And so there's rumors of, hey, is Becky Lynch going to AEW since her contract's expired? I mean, come on now. Come on now. What do you think? I'm seeing graphics of people talking about Becky Lynch going to Becky Lynch is all elite and all that, and people are just going off the rails as far as just the future of Becky Lynch. And so this is what we're going to talk about tonight. So here's the thing. PNP Nation. Oh, man. Okay, so my question cam just went out on me. So a buddy of mine came in. And did some changes on my oh gosh, did some changes, some really good lighting changes and stuff like that. He's a absolute pro when it comes to lighting. But the issue is it took away the question cam. So y'all get y'all's questions in. I'm going to put on some waiting music and I'm going to try to fix this thing. So I'm still live and I will be right back, y'all. All right. I think I fixed it, y'all. Appreciate all your time. Appreciate all your patience. All right. All right. Man, this is the reason why I cannot stand adjusting any kind of um, like lighting, camera, audio, video. I cannot stand making any type of adjustments because just now it went out again. Oh man. Oh, it just keeps going out now. All right, y'all. Well, we'll make it work today. All right, y'all. So let's talk about Becky Lynch. Oh man, I don't know why it keeps going out. All right. Becky Lynch. We'll talk about Becky Lynch tonight. Becky Lynch. Where is she going to go? Where is she going to go? I'm texting him now. Yeah, that's the reason why I cannot stand. I cannot stand shifting because he did a really good job doing all this and fixing it and doing all that. But technology, it makes me so upset. It just makes me. I am a really relaxed, chill, cool person, but I'm telling y'all, it's it frustrates me like this, like technology and all this video stuff. It just all right. So yeah, the all elite stuff, the AEW stuff, it's hogwash to me. It's absolute hogwash to me. That's that people are saying that Becky Lynch is all elite, and what? Let's be honest. What will happen? What will happen if Becky Lynch was went to AEW? First of all, Seth Rollins is very relaxed. He's pretty solid and set in a contract with WWE. He'll most likely be in WWE for the rest of his career. So unless something just catastrophic happens. So with that being said, it's quite weird that people are coming up with these random weird theories that he's going to be that Becky Lynch is going to be all elite. First of all, let's just take that off the table because she just had a baby recently, not too long ago. So why would she be in a different company than Seth Rollins when they'll be traveling differently and they're wanting to spend time together and raise their baby together? They're on the same schedule in the WWE. Guess what? Maybe she just wants to be a mother. That's it. No need for AEW. No need for wrestling fans oftentimes just kind of just completely dismiss the desire and the will for people to actually live normal lives And that's just the honest truth. People live normal lives, and sometimes wrestling fans completely miss that. They don't get it. They just miss it. They miss the fact that they live normal lives. And guess what? Living a normal life is something that everyone does that watches wrestling mostly. And if someone wants to just be home to watch a family, look, Seth Rollins, I'm sure that's Seth Rollins make more than enough to be able to feed Becky Lynch and their family and the baby. Hey, so guess what? If they want to make another baby, if they want to have a second child, wonderful. Maybe Becky Lynch at what? Almost 40 years old, I believe. I think she's 36, 37 years old. Maybe she wants to have a baby. Maybe she wants to have two kids. Maybe she wants to, yeah, she turned 37 years old this year in January. She's 37, okay? She don't have much longer when it comes to that baby biological clock, I imagine, as far as what she desires. Hey, guess what? Maybe she wants two kids before 40. Maybe she wants to spend the rest of her, 40s, the rest of her 30s into her 40s being a mother, taking care of little babies. Okay, I mean she's a Hall of Fame level talent. She's a multi-time world champion. She's accomplished everything she could possibly do. Of course, she has been queen of the ring or whatever, but she's won the Royal Rumble. She's won the championship multiple times. She's even been a women's tag team champion. So NXT champion. She's accomplished enough, way more than enough, to just take it home. Just take it home. And you know what? She's like, I can see Becky Lynch just be like, you know what, man, listen, my contract's up this coming weekend. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Seth to take care of it. Seth to be sure to take care of all the bills and stuff when it comes to being active and wrestling. But as far as I'm concerned, I'll stay at home. I'll be a mother. And I love that. That's, as a family man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. She wants to stay home and be a mom is what I'm guessing. Kudos. Absolute kudos to Becky Lynch. Absolute kudos to Becky Lynch, because at the end of the day, she wants to be at home. Either she can be on the road, not raising her small child in a stable way, or she's like, you know what? Look, I've been the first person to main event WrestleMania. I won WrestleMania. I was Becky 2 belts. Like the past 5 years has been a Hall of Fame journey for Becky Lynch. There's nothing else she needs to do. She can retire. She can retire if she wants to, and she'd be fine. She'd be in the Hall of Fame. So there's absolutely no need, and it's absolutely unnecessary to be able to expect something out of her anyways. It just like, as far as going, why in the world? Think about this, guys. Think about this for a second. Knowing what Tony Khan is doing and has done with 95% of the talent that goes to AEW, why in the world would Becky Lynch want to alter the structure of raising a small child as best as she could now? Why would she make it worse by going to AEW, who who goes live on Wednesday nights, which WWE doesn't, that will be a day that both her and Seth would be able to be home. Of course, you have live events on certain days on the schedule, but Wednesday nights isn't live. All right, for Dynamite. So that's a day for Becky and Seth to be together. But Becky would have to be in another city on Wednesdays while Seth is at home or something WWE related that would be with, Becky anyways. So they're married and have a child. And so somehow you're saying that on Saturdays, WWE have pay-per-views. On Sundays, AEW have pay-per-views for the most part. So Seth would be at another city on a Saturday. Becky Lynch would have to leave home, and she would have to go to another city for a pay-per-view while trying to raise a little girl away from her husband. Fans, think about the logic of that. It makes no sense. Oh, by the way, Collision. It was live. I haven't watched AEW. I haven't watched Collision, a full show of Collision, since probably the first few shows that it started. But it was a live concept. So if Collision is still live, you have Saturdays, which is another opportunity for Seth to be with Becky because it's not a live show as far as a television live show. So, but Becky can't be with Seth because Becky is going to be in Collision away from Seth with their little child. So either Seth is going to be with him or Seth is going to be with their child at home. I believe they have a son or a daughter? The daughter, right? Didn't they have a daughter? Let's find out. I want to be sure to say the baby, right? Let's see. Becky Lynch bore a daughter. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Thank you. Yep. Daughter. Yep. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, daughter. Their daughter. I remember her saying that. She said it on some promo. So their daughter. So she's either having the daughter travel with her, and then Seth stays WWE or at home. So that splits the baby up. Or Seth is traveling on a day that she can be home from AEW, say like on a Monday. But Seth is traveling at that time, so they won't be together. I mean, just think about that for a second. It makes no logical sense of someone who just simply wants to start a family. And hey, guess what? Probably, maybe she wants to have they want to have another kid. Okay, good for them. Wonderful. I'm all for that. So the idea of Becky going all elite is all elite dumb. So take that out of the picture. As far as what's next for her, my total guess, I think it's a very educated guess, is that she wants to start a family. She wants to be at home with her daughter and possibly have another child. And hey, guess what? Wrestling may come, but until then, it's in the back burner for me now. Well done. I'm all for that. All for it. All right, y'all. I think I'll save my other camera shot for the after party. The camera shot that I'm trying to to work with. It usually is just constantly here, but for some odd reason, I'm gonna have to fix it right after the show and get it all together. I don't know what's going on here, but let's go through these questions and we will be set to go. Fun trivia question. Fun trivia for the patrons. We're going to do Royal Rumble winners. We got the name all Royal Rumble winners, so it's always fun over the Patreon. Patreon.com/Pancakes and Powerslams. Here we go. Your thoughts on SummerSlam being 2 nights in 2026? Yeah, I mean, I think it's overkill, but at the same time, I do think that Minneapolis it's a consolation. I think SummerSlam for Minneapolis is a consolation of it not going to WrestleMania this year or next year, I should say. So they probably already had SummerSlam ready for locked and loaded for 2025. They probably didn't have anybody for 26 yet. And Minneapolis was probably, people talked about it, how it was between Minneapolis and Vegas for 2025 for Mania. They probably was talking to Vegas. They probably was talking to Minneapolis. Vegas probably came through with a better, offer quicker. Okay, we'll land on Vegas. Oh, by the way, Minneapolis, since we were having discussions about this, cool. Well, you'll get SummerSlam. And so I get it from a business perspective. It makes sense. But I mean, when do you get to the point when you start to really start it being diluted and watered down quite a bit? I mean, you're going to have 2 nights of WrestleMania in 2026 and 2 nights of SummerSlam. You better have some really good stories set up for SummerSlam. Otherwise, you're just throwing stuff together and it's going to be overkill. The People's Wrestling Channel. When I buy t-shirts, can I have a signed pic of you? Are you going to hang it up? Are you going to hang it in your wall of fame at home? If so, we can make that happen. What's the cake shop you want to give? Oh, look at you. See, I like gifts. Okay. Nothing Bunt Cakes. Nothing Bunt. BUNDT cakes. Nothing Bunt Cakes. That was very nice. Chris C. Rye. C. Rye is in the building. CRC C. Rye. What's up, Dr. Featherstone? What do you think of Jordan Grace going after NXT Women's title at Battleground? I think it's fantastic. Tony Khan, you want to know what the Forbidden Door really looks like as far as impact? Pun intended. There you go. You've got the TNA Knockouts champion coming into NXT and going against Roxanne Perez at a pay-per-view. Man, that's pretty solid, man. I think that's pretty cool, man. I think that's really cool. That's probably something that Scott D'Amore has been wanting to happen for a long time. I know that he was, as far as I remember, he was instrumental in Jordan Grace coming to the Royal Rumble, which was another cool spot. But I'm for it, man. I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful way to promote TNA, that's for sure. And I think that's probably something that Jeff Jarrett and Scott D'Amore and, Billy Corgan and Dixie Carter, I believe that's probably something that they've been wanting to do the whole time with TNA to do some type of cross promotion. But now you have a TNA champion being on an NXT, going for NXT championship. I mean, that's the forbidden door right there, man. I think it's absolutely money. I think it's great. I think it's a fantastic idea. And, we shall see. I mean, heck, do we get to the point where we get so bold that we have like a Man, I don't even know who the team. Moose. Yeah, Moose. Do we have Moose come up to NXT and challenge Trick Williams? What? Do we have some type of one-off, TNA and NXT type of thing going on? Battleground? That makes a cool, sense as far as just kind of a cross promotional event. I think it's great. Fantastic. Big money. Rollins in the building. What it do, Dr. Chris? What it do, Rollins? Did you guys do unscripted tonight? WrestleBench has an unscripted show prompted to start, and people are over there waiting for you, Mr. After to start the show. So here's the funny part about this here. My department, the manager of my department, he messaged me after the fact. He's super cool, by the way. Super cool. Shout out to Riju. Riju has treated me like an absolute rock star at Sportskeeda, and because of Riju, I got the job back because he likes, he was talking about how he likes Pancakes and Powerslams. This was several years ago when I came back to Sportskeeda, because I was writing there at first, and then Wrestling Inc. I left Wrestling Inc. This is probably 8 or so years ago, maybe somewhere around there, 7. Yeah, this had to be around 17, somewhere around there, 18. Yeah, out to sneeze. Here it comes. Very nice. All right, 17, 18 maybe. Yeah, somewhere around there. So I was writing for Wrestling Inc. I was writing for Wrestling off and on for 6 years, maybe. It was a while. And so Sportskeeda, of course, liked my work on Wrestling Inc., offered me a writing position. And at that time, I had a lot of leverage going on. I had a lot of leverage because I was a very sought after journalist. And so Sportskeeda at the time offered me more money, so I left Wrestling Inc. And then Wrestling Inc. reached out to me again, offered me more money, and then I told Sportskeeda, gotta go, got a bigger offer. And so then I went back to Sportskeeda because I was just there was some commitments that I was doing, and I just couldn't be as available as far as journalism as I could, and so I just had to reduce my availability. So Sportskeeda brought me back, but I wrote a little bit. I was like, yeah, I'll get a little quick money here by writing, but I was like, you know what? I just don't have the time to write as much as I used to anymore. I'm like semi-retired at this point. Let's continue this relationship because they were happy to have me back. And so I was offered to just podcasts, just to basically just podcast. And so it was wonderful. So big shout out to Riju, but they're in India, so there's a time gap there, and the correspondence and the communication can be definitely a gap. And so I was having trouble. So I was able to get in the portal to create the show because I didn't log out from last week. But I had to log out today. I didn't log out yesterday. That's the reason why we were able to do the show live yesterday. But I had to log out to log in to set up this show. And so that's how I was. And then I had to re-log in for Sportskeeda. And then they changed the password and I couldn't get it in time. So I was waiting for the password for them to give it to me to get in the portal, and I didn't get it in time. So now they're corresponding to give me all the goods, and so it would be back in the day. See, I'm messaging him now. Hold on. It's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Yeah. Nuts. Nuts, y'all. Nuts. All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. So that's we're live, pal. So, hey, this is PNP that we chilling up in here, and I'm going to tell the truth just like I always do. What's up, Ben? Ben is in the building. What's up? Ben, would be very shocked if she went there. Seth is in the WWE and they have a small child that travels. Exactly. She's someone in WWE. Pamela, yes, WWE would just feed her to Tony Storm. Exactly. Precisely. They would just feed her to Tony Storm. Why in the world would you do that? Becky is all elite. Dion says, just in WWE. Very nice. Very nice. Ben said, I think she's taking time off, that she wasn't supposed to come back this early with something many report. Yeah. I mean, Rhea wasn't expecting to be injured. You know what I mean? So this was just coming back to win the titles. I mean, from what it appeared, she was going to be gone after WrestleMania. So, but things had to change. It was probably, hey, can you come back and win the title? Oh, okay, cool, sure. I mean, I wasn't going to come back. If you would have offered me anything else, some random feud with nothing out of it, I would say, oh, no, I'd rather take time off. Oh, but you're going to give me the title? Okay, bet. And so, yeah, I'll do a short reign to transition over for Liv to have it. Cool, I'll do that. So, I mean, there you go. Now we're probably going to get Liv and Rhea at SummerSlam, which, sure. Okay. Rollin, I've always thought that besides the Becky Lynch moment, where she betrayed Charlie and the Nia Jax bloody face moment, Becky Lynch has been a lukewarm. I think you meant lukewarm. Average at best performer. See, you know what? Contrary to popular opinion, I actually agree with you, Roland. I mean, Becky's been okay to me. I like the NXT Becky. I like the spunky Becky Lynch that's more of an underdog. I like that Becky Lynch. The man, I mean, that was. I don't fault the fact that it was just an organic movement. I don't fault that. I mean, it worked. Fans liked it. It was, that's another fan fad. I mean, that's just one of the. That's just pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Fans have fads all the time, and it just so happened to be a fad for the fans this time. Okay, it worked. Capitalized on them. The man worked. Ended up working so much that she ended up main eventing and winning WrestleMania. Bet. She ended up winning 2 belts. Bet. It worked. Okay, I'll give it to her. But anything else, though? I mean, the big time Bex and the heel turn, it had a little bit of a something to it at first, but then it started to become like, so I mean, there were times where Becky Lynch, both as a heel and as a face, was just kind of meh. So I actually agree with you there, Roland. Contrary to popular opinion. There are many times where Becky Lynch, Rollins says, is below average in the ring and somewhat lower than below average both in the microphone and backstage segments. I definitely think, we've on my other shows, we've criticized Becky Lynch's promo skills. I'll give it to her for learning. I'll give it. I definitely. I definitely think that with Becky Lynch, you can tell that she's learning from what's being told to her as far as just the critiques. And I do think that, it's at the end of the day, she's learning from it. And I think that there's times where she got a little better, but then there will be times that it was just kind of like, oh, okay, we're just kind of like, we're kind of like back to normal at this point. So we got Aaron that says, I like how you like theme songs. Which Alice theme was better? Alice? Like Alice in Wonderland? Alice, which Alice? Michael says, WWE does Forbidden Door in NXT. Tonight, Jordan Grace shows up, challenges Roxanne, and Ethan Page comes out at the end to attack Swerve Strickland. You mean to attract to Trick Williams? Come on, Michael. You getting Swerve mixed up with Trick, and they don't look anything alike. Come on, Michael. I know that you're cool, peeps. I'll just chalk this one to that you've had a long day with your jobs, and you're just tired, right? I mean, it's late. You're on the East Coast. You're in New York. It's late, so I'll just chalk it up as you're tired, right? Swerve Strickland and Trick Williams. Ethan Page is no longer with AEW, so it's not really Forbidden Door, but I know what you meant. He left AEW a few months ago. I looked at the video on Facebook, man, and the fans really didn't pop for him that well. I've been saying it. Becky's just turned 37. She might want to have another child. Yep, for sure. Ben, first woman to headline WrestleMania, and she was easily the most over wrestler they had at the time. That alone puts her in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's a Hall of Famer. She's definitely a Hall of Famer for sure. I want to step away too if I saw Dom and Liv tonguing and swapping spit. Very nice. I agree with you, Final Boss, for sure. That was gross. And then that was just it definitely doesn't seem like Dominic enjoyed it. I mean, he just recently got engaged. So, it just seemed as if that's usually backwards. A lot of these wrestling angles and stuff like that is the woman that's just very reluctant and has the like the clenched up lips and really didn't embrace the kiss. But Dom not only did not embrace the kiss, but you can just tell that he's like thinking about his fiance and resisting it even more. So I get what they're doing, but okay. Make it make sense, though. I hope this saga has a good story with it. Otherwise, yeah, it's whack. Derek, do you have any idea what's going through Adam Copeland's head when he jumped off that cage and broke his leg? Adrenaline from the crowd, wanting to, not knowing when to control his own dopamine kick in the moment. So, just thrill. I mean, that's it. Being in the pro wrestling business gives you it can be a really cool and rush, a thrilling adrenaline rush. But at the same time, it can really give someone an opportunity to do a horrible job controlling their dopamine levels. And then you become dissatisfied at the dopamine kick that you're experiencing, and you have to raise it up. And so therefore, I'm not okay with the reaction now. I want to get a bigger one. And so you're never satisfied, and then you're never satisfied to the point of hurting yourself, to the point of jumping off of a cage, doing an elbow drop, and then just jacking up your leg, and now you have to be out for surgery. And then guess what? You're older now, so you won't heal as quickly as you were 20 years ago when that happened. Was it worth it, ladies and gentlemen? Was it worth it? Amusing last night, Michael says, around about the time Otis and Bronson Reed were wrestling, a picture showed up on social media of the two of them poolside in Saudi. Really? That's interesting. Aaron says, I'm not really a big fan of her promos and ring, but I like how she puts talent over. Okay. I mean, liking how someone puts talent over is nice, but people really shouldn't put talent over a lot. They should make losing matter, not just losing for losing's sake. Ben said Becky Lynch going to AEW to at best gets her a feud for a mid-card belt and then gets fed to Toni Storm, and she'll be able to see her family twice a week. Yeah, that's not going to exactly. I mean, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Derek says out of Sasha Bank, Becky Lynch and Charlie. Sasha Bank. I don't know. Why am I saying that? I think someone said it like that. Sasha Bank. Tony Atlas usually talks like that. When you say Mark Henry, I've said that before. Mark Henry. I think that I heard him say that in an interview before. Yes, he did. He did. That's what it was. It was Tony Atlas, ladies and gentlemen. It was Tony Atlas because Sasha's from Boston, and he was on an interview with some Boston YouTube channel or something. And I think there was a time where, yes, I think it was the time where she walked out, and Tony Atlas for the win, ladies and gentlemen. I should laugh. That's me laughing like Tony Atlas when he was managing Mark Henry. Mark Henry. I said Mark Henry. And so he was interviewing, and he kept saying Sasha Bank. You gotta love Tony Atlas, ladies and gentlemen. I met him for the first time a few months ago. March. 2 months ago, I met him in person for the first time. Daughter Rue, yes, Rue. I think her name is Rue. Final Boss engaged. I think Fightful is largely to blame. They pushed the contract narrative, which led many people to assume she wasn't getting paid and by default was a free agent. You know, people want to believe what they want. I mean, even if Fightful wasn't even saying anything really about that, you know, and they were just doing the report. People just want to. It's just pro wrestling fans, y'all. People just want to make mountains out of molehills, man. And just, hey, I said 2 o'clock. Do you mean 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 you'll be here? No, stop. Pause for a second. I just said 2. Like you just went way overboard here. And that's wrestling fans are ready to put their memes. Becky Lynch is all elite. Confirmed. Final Boss engaged. Hot take. You know what, man? You know what? I got to fix my camera here in a minute. You know, we're live, pal. It's been an interesting evening. Look, I'm going to do some sublimation here, and I'm going to address the rest of these questions before we go, like Tony Atlas. So here we go. Hot take. Baby Rue is ready for in-ring action and will debut at the next WWE PLE. She going to take out Liv and Dom Rue Revenge Tour. Very nice. Just be sure that she brings Sasha Bank with her. Rollins says, speaking of babies, did you hear the rumor about Bianca Belair being pregnant? I did hear about that. people said that either Dawkins or Ford posted something about it before deleting it. Now we shall see, because she can't be sitting there or competing the way that she has if she's pregnant. And they had her win the belts and retain the belts. So either she ain't telling somebody something she's supposed to, or she just found out and they'll have to do a title change here soon. All right? Just be sure that Sasha Banks don't have it again. Rollins said, and you know that Montez Ford already had 2 children before me and Bianca Belair. I did know that, matter of fact. And I believe that Bianca Belair is the legal stepmother. I discovered this information recently. Yes, I did hear about that too. Let's get through these quickly. I never heard of Ford nor Bella mentioning children predating their relationship. Yes, I did know about Montez Ford having kids before marrying Bianca Belair. Someone whose all ego is taking on Trick at Bella Graham, massive shock for NXT. Yeah, ooh. Ethan Page showed up at the end of NXT to attack Trick Williams. I did see that video. Yes, stomach is a lucky dog being kissed by Liv. Okay, sure. Seems you got a crush on Liv Morgan. You should have a crush on Sasha Banks, ladies and gentlemen. Becky took the man moniker from Charlotte's father's famous quote. Yes, he did. Yes, she did. If a wrestler doesn't put their opponent over the mic, then they're beating a loser. Yes, that's true. The Acclaim buried their opponents at double or nothing, then beat them. It did nothing for them. I mean, good point. I agree with 100%. Dijak lost on main event. That's not a surprise. WWE won't let somebody take a single bump if they're pregnant. Yes, I mean, that's all types of legal ramifications that can come with that if they're forcing someone to contractually be obligated to take bumps. If you're pregnant because you can't do that because you can have a miscarriage, that wouldn't be smart at all. Derek, that impression sounds more like Billy Bob Thorne's character in Slingback. Oh, it sounds good to me. Sound good to me. You know what it doesn't sound like? It doesn't sound like Sasha Banks, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks. Michael says, back in the early 80s, Atlas did one of those empty arena promos with a man coming to the garden. Tony kept emphasizing, it's my birthday that day. Pretty funny. I'm sure it's on. Very nice. Very service on YouTube. Yes, I'm sure it is. Tony Atlas is not a good promo, but Hall of Famer, one of my most inspirational wrestlers growing up, just as a black man, baby face. I think he was just inspirational. And except for Saba Simba, I think that was a horrible idea, ladies and gentlemen. Vince McMahon should poke his eye with a needle for that. It was horrible. But I'm gonna tell you something before we go. You know what worked very well? Regardless of the intention. First of all, there's a lot of people live right now on here. So thank you very much. All y'all subscribe, okay? And come back next week, the week after, the week after, the week after. This is one of our biggest lives tonight in the history of PNP. So thank you for that. That's fantastic. That's wonderful news. So come back and hit that subscribe button. And it's been consistently here. It hasn't dropped for the past hour. It's actually increased. So thank you for that. And so come back. We have a loungy, chill vibe every single week. And it's wonderful. So thank you so much for that. You guys are awesome for that. All right. Ben says, I can't hear Tony Ellis about him talk about Brody dying. Such heartbreaking interviews. Yeah. Sad. So come back, and it's to continue to increase. So thank you very much. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Every week we're here. We have a wonderful time. Look, let's fight against Let's fight against the algorithm, and let's like, share, subscribe this video and every other video after this and before this, because the more we comment on these videos, the more we're able to push this algorithm and allow people to see this video when they look at wrestling stuff. That's what helps this channel. So go ahead and do that. Rollins said, do you think that the fans' past love for Becky Lynch, the man character, was somewhat born out of the fans' hatred for the past championship dominance of Charlotte Flair character? I do. I do think that her character as the man was highly birthed out of the fact that people were fed up with Charlotte Flair. And that night, I believe it was SummerSlam, Charlotte Flair beat Becky Lynch. People didn't care about Charlotte Flair winning. They were tired of Charlotte Flair's dominance. And Becky Lynch turned heel that night, but she really didn't, because people cheered her turn against Charlotte Flair that night. So there you go. Fed up with Charlotte and fed up with Rousey. Yes, indeed. So she was the person, hey, let's just go ahead and make Becky a star. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, like, share, subscribe this. We need to hear Tony Ellis doing some stuff. They got a 33% chance at best to beat me. That's hilarious. All right. So the numbers don't lie. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was fun. There was lots of fun, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Everybody here, be sure to comment. We head into the after party. We're going to collectively get these Royal Rumble winners together. We're going to guess all of them, and we're going to support each other in the meantime. Until then, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, buddy.